Hi Caleb! Thanks for sending me your videos and thanks for your patience. I had kind of a crazy couple days. And I really like your smiles at the end when you were performing them for me. And everything sounds really good. You've got some nice work that you've done, and you're going to be so great for the play-a-thon. I don't think I'll be there, but I know that you're going to do great, and if you want to send me a recording of you performing, you're welcome to. You don't have to, but I know you're going to do great for that. For stretching, it sounds really good, and I'm glad you got it memorized, because I know you can do that. I was going to say, the only thing is just don't rush the second time that you play it when you do the repeat. So just keep it nice and even, just like the rest of what you were doing. The 18th century dance, you have really, really good articulation. I like your staccato and legatos, and the thing I was going to say on that, besides how good it sounds, is that this isn't a big deal. You can just add the repeats. I think there was a repeat at the beginning. I don't have the music. I'm at my apartment, so I don't have the Alfred books here, but I think there was a repeat on the first line, right? So you can add that and whatever other repeats there were. Good job jumping octaves without a break. That was great. Now, when you switch octaves, just make sure that you move your trunk, like above your, kind of like above your waist, and don't move your bottom, and that on the bench. And that's just because it's just distracting for the audience. They'll be like, oh, look, he's moving on the bench. But it's just less distracting if you move your trunk. So, and one thing that might help with that is if you move the bench out, because then you're not kind of, getting your arms all, crunched together as you move. So I think sitting farther away from the piano and still at the edge of the piano bench will help. Buttercup says she liked your music, and so do my fish. And so does Missy. Hey Missy, say hi! Then for the circle of fifths, it was perfect. Good job on your theory this week. It was perfect except for you just missed a flat on the A flat on the left, in between the E flat and the D flat. But otherwise, yeah, the minors looked great. The Father Charles Goes Down, that looked great. This week, you can add which sharps and flats are for each key. So, for example, A flat, which sharps and flats does that have? Well, if you do the battle ends and down, that's B-E-A-D, which also spells bead. And some people remember it that way too. So that has A flat has 4 flats, and it spells bead. And that's the correct order as well. And then, so F minor, so A flat major has that, then F minor would also have that. And then you can add some enharmonics, which that just means the same note, but we call it by a different name. So, for example, you have D flat minor. Well, you can also say it's C sharp minor. And so you can add, that would be sharps that C sharp minor has. D flat minor would have flats. Your scale sounded good. I can't remember which one we were doing, and I don't have perfect pitch. But yeah, all your notes were great. Just, I would say, go the same tempo going up as you go down. So practice with a metronome. That'll help you. And also, I think you can order that Scales boot camp anytime. I don't know if you like checking off boxes, but you can get to different levels of the scales, and that'll help you with doing, 2 octaves and 4 octaves. And the Scales Bootcamp is just a really great way so that you learn your scales really solidly. Then the Lone Star Waltz. Yeah, again, I don't have that music with me, but, so I can't say for sure, but I think you might want to check and make sure you're doing all the slurs, just from what it sounded like. So just check on that. And did we do just part of that song? Because I think you can work on the rest of it. Or if that was it for that song, we can go on to the next one in your book, maybe after the play-a-thon, because you'll be minus 2 songs and you don't have to practice stretching and 18th century dance after the play-a-thon. But I'll still get you stickers for those if we remember at our next lesson. And then the Voice of Truth. That sounds great. You're doing exactly what we talked about. So keep up the good work on that. The right hand, you can practice that alone to make sure it's really slurred. And I still want to hear those 16th notes a little bit more. And I think if you do just the right hand by itself, you can practice making it a little faster and a little more slurred, and that'll help with the rhythm. Then practice the left hand by itself. Your rolling is great, and it's a good tempo that you have. So now, I'm just looking at my notes here. Practice the left hand alone, and practice pedaling on each left hand chord. So, do you remember how and if you need help, call me or text me or whatever, you pedal on the next chord, that first note. So you play, let's say, a C chord. You roll that. Then, let's say the next chord is a D chord. So then you play the D on the bottom with your left hand. Then you pedal up and down. And then you keep pedaling, the A and then the next D. And then for the next chord, same thing. You play the first note first and then pedal on that note. So it's a really quick up-down with your foot. So really good work. Thank you for sending me all those videos. I know that was a lot of work to do, and I am very happy with your progress. I will see you soon.